if I may, I'd like to run you through, this is a thing I rarely do, but it's kind of fun for this program. In terms, I don't like to talk in terms of negatives, but I want to give you a list of quick 10 list of don'ts in terms of sales and marketing. The first don't is, don't spend thousands of dollars up front on some gimmick. Someone's promised you it's going to be the thing, right? Test lots of things out. Test lots of cheap approaches out first. Do a cheap ad in the paper. Get a sense of what works first, then start investing it. Only invest a lot of money once you know it's going to work for you, right? And a lot of people who get bamboozled by some marketing company that promises them millions in returns and end up paying £5,000 for this big research report, etc., and they get nothing as a result. Go shoestring it first, and then as you develop or get a sense for what will work for you, and you get more experience in that field, then you can put more money into the things that are going to be more profitable, right? Number two, don't spend more, I hope there's no web designers in here, but as a rule, don't spend more than $200 or $300 on a website. Again, people will sell you all kinds of weird gimmicks, flashing monkeys, and God knows what else. You don't need it. A simple website with your message, a picture of you, location, that sort of thing. It's very simple. Most of you can do it for free with the kind of programs you can get on the internet or buy reasonably cheaply. If not, you can go on somewhere like guru.com, where you can just get a professional somewhere in the States or outside the States, and I'll do it for you for between $100 and $300, and I'll be a perfectly serviceable, decent-looking website. Okay? Number three, when you go to a newspaper to put an ad in, never pay the asking price. It's called the rate card. Whatever it is that they quote you in the telephone, offer them between 40 and 50% less, and that's roughly the ballpark figure. Some people will be as little as 30% discount, but whatever they quote you is never the price they actually want. Make sense? A couple of things you can do, by the way, is a great thing you can do is call up your paper, find out when the deadline is for when their ads have to be in by. You send them a pack of different size ads ahead of time. Then on, say at Thursday 2 o'clock, they have to get the print call. On Thursday at 1:45, you call up and say, hey, any spaces? And they go, sure. Well, I'd like to take it. How much can you give it to me for? And they're going like, hey, I've got 15 minutes to sell this thing. You can get this $500 space for $100. Done. Because your ad, and the key thing is, they already have your ad on file. So it's just a question of pulling it out and sending it to the print room. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay? Little trick. Oh, yeah. Number four, rather. Never, ever give the price before the pitch. And by that, I don't mean like you're going, hey, salesman, this is good. Never give them the price until you can show them what the value is they'll be getting for it. Because otherwise, the price just floats in nothing. So always show them the value first, then attach a price tag to that value. And again, the whole H+ thing, hopefully, you understand, goes around that. And again, if someone pushes on the price, like, no, I don't care about that, I just want to know how much it costs, then, just tell them and move on. It's not a big deal, right? It's very rare that happens, by the way. Number five, this is a great one. Don't stop marketing when your practice gets busy. This is a classic mistake, and I made it. Like, you work like a bugger for 6 months, your practice gets full, you're going, great, you're doing all this stuff, and then it starts getting quiet, and you're going, but just when I thought it was working, what's going wrong? What did I do wrong? Well, you stop doing all those things that got you the busy practice in the first place, right? As a rule of thumb, just as a general heuristic, the work you do now will feed you in 6 months' time. That's a rough heuristic for a hypnotherapy practice. The advertising work you do now will be the cat that you don't eat in 6 months' time. Does that make sense? So don't stop when you're being successful. Keep doing the things that made you successful in the first place. Number six, never publish an advert in the paper or anywhere else without a specific call to action. I see this all the time. You're just like, here's the number, here's some things we do, up to you, right? Give them a specific call to action. This is what we do. Usually it's like a killer headline, like, break that fear forever, right? Call this number. We specialize in phobias and anxieties. We kill them stone dead like domestos. And then call this number now. Never leave out the call to action. I once saw actually an ad in the paper that had no telephone number, no address, just like a name. It's like they have wasted money. It's just like going down the street and going, hey, burning money, you like this? That's Christmas. Number 7, don't miss phone calls. Find a way of taking the phone call. If you can't take the phone call yourself, get a friend or a call center to take it for you, and make sure you train them in the whole H+ and the sales process that we talked about, and that they do a reasonable job. If you can't do that, do a voicemail with a decent message, but recognize that you'll be losing a lot more people than if a real person was answering that phone. So do all you can to actually get phone calls answered, and answered well. Number 8, don't expect instant results. This is something especially true of newspapers. People put an ad in for a week. I did this. You put an ad in for a week, it doesn't pull, so you go, oh my God, no, stop it. I'm not wasting more money, right? These things have a life cycle. So you need to invest for a certain amount of time before they start paying off. It's got to kind of have this repetition rate. People see it week in, week out, and they'll go, oh, that's that hypno guy. Yeah, I feel familiar now. It feels familiar enough that I can call him. It's like you're building a relationship and they don't even know it. Does that kind of make sense? Number 9, this is especially true as you get more successful. Don't do it all yourself. If you have to do it all yourself, then there comes a point where you can't grow anymore. There comes a point where you will falter because you have to do the work and the marketing, etc. The best thing to do is create kind of a system, like these 4 steps, so that you can get people to do each bit. Now you've got to know how to do each bit because you've got to check whether or not they're doing a good job. Because if it's not their business, they don't care. They'll just do as little as possible. It's in human nature. So you have to be able to keep up and say, hey, you're not doing this bit properly. I could do that a little bit better now, right? But do build in systems that automation is the key, right? Let's say you're doing the whole letter campaign thing. Well, have a database that automatically prints off all your letters in the morning. They're going to go to different clients. Some saying, here's a free report. Some is happy birthday. Some is, it's been 6 months, now congratulations. These are all things can be automated. And then in the morning, you just print off your dozen letters, put them in envelopes, go to the post office. In 20 minutes, it's all done, rather than having to click through 15 different files and figure out whose birthday is it today, how does this work again? Try and automate it, systemize it, and eventually, a monkey will be able to do it for you, which is nice, because they do it for peanuts. Okay, finally, the last don't is don't give up. Just keep going. Keep trying different things. Be flexible. Try different approaches out. Inquire. Sign up to free marketing reports on the internet and stuff like that. Just keep trying different approaches out. Keep your brain ticking over. What else can I do? How else can I get people to hear about me? How else can I go overcome this particular sticking point when I'm on the phone call? I'm getting this reaction a lot. What can I do to overcome that reaction? What else can I offer them to make it really valuable? How else can I get people interested in telling their friends about me, right? You have to keep thinking about it, because if you don't think about it, well, no one else is going to do it for you. So don't give up, keep going, get flexible, and just make it a natural part of what you do. If you do that, then you have a full practice,